I don't really want no friends, no.
He tryna 69 like Takashi, call him Papi, worth the ASAP, keep me rocky.
That's true, that right. She sippin' one wet and yeah, I swear it get her wetter. My Louboutins new, so my bottoms say it's redder. No, I'm not on ride, but I'm all up on my cheddar. Just talk to your homie, she said
Yeah, welcome back to the Cali WALI show. What's going on, YouTube? It's been a while since you and I have sat in this very room. We've had this conversation with each other. I think it's just due time that we needed this conversation with each other. We just needed it, you know? I don't know about you, but I missed you. Did you, no? You ain't miss, no? Well, as you read by the title, today's video is going to be about my big chop experience. I cut off all of my hair on August 23rd, and honestly, there were a lot of pros and cons, but I feel as though, I don't know, you could debate if the pros outweighed the cons for me or the cons outweighed the pros. I feel like it was equal. Some people, like, I remember before I cut off all my hair, some people on YouTube were just like speaking so highly of it, so I was just like, let me just do it type of thing. But oh, and this is my iPod because I'm filming on my iPhone, and it looks like a USB drive, like so tiny. My phone is like big. But anyway, so a quick little story time. In June or early July, I want to say June, I went to this Dominican lady to get a perm and color my hair red because I always thought burgundy would look so good on me or whatever. And I don't know what happened, but first of all, she cut my bangs way too short. I was looking like that guy. I don't know what's his name. Some Lord Farquaad. Yes, him. Like, I was looking like that guy when I got bangs. And it was, cause she cut it like right here, bro. Like, what? It's not bangs. It's not bangs. And then, anyway, so then for my birthday, which is July 19th, so that was like about a month after she permed it and dyed it or whatever, I decided to do like a weave. So I installed the weave, the closure or whatever, so none of my hair was out. Then when I took it out in August 23rd, I was like, oh my God. Like, I showered and the hairball was so big, it was like, nah, I gotta cut off my hair. Like, it was like my hair was dropping out like crazy. Like, yes, your hair loses like a couple hundred strands every day or whatever the case may be. So like when you take out like box braids or whatever, you're supposed to expect like a little hairball or whatever. But my hair, it was crazy. The hairball was the size of this. I kid you, the hairball was the size of this. It was just, it was ridiculous. And then I was pretty like, when I first saw myself with like the short hair, I was just like, I don't know, I kind of liked it. I'm not even gonna lie, I kind of liked it. Like, it was like, because a lot of black females, they're cutting their hair off nowadays, wearing their hair like boy cut short, and they look absolutely gorgeous with it. And I thought I would be one of those females. So when I first cut off my hair, I was like, this is different. This is new. I think I would just have to get used to it. But I think I look pretty good. But then, as I showed, after a week, not even, like, for 2 days, that's when I started to show, like, people, like, I would take pictures or whatever. And I hated my haircut because when I first cut off my hair, I hated how I looked natural. Like face-wise, like, I did not wear makeup, obviously, when I first cut off my hair, and I was just like, no. then when I wore makeup the next day, I was like, okay, I like this hairstyle, and I posted pictures and people were amping me up. But then I tried to take selfies natural and I hated it. And then on top of that, like, I started, you know, obviously I posted pictures or whatever. So more and more people that I was close to or whatever found out that I cut my hair. And then the people's opinions that I valued the most did not like it. And my insecurities started going, like, it started rising to another level, like, on a crazy note. Like, it started rising to another level. And then I was just like, no, like, this is not for me. This is not something I'm gonna do. I just can't do it. And I started wearing turbans a lot, like, after I cut my hair. Like, when I first, like, entered college, like, the first semester in September, I wore a lot of turbans. I wore a wig that I purchased online in case the big chop wasn't how I expected it to be, and thank God I did, because that was my plan B, and it happened to work out that my plan B became my plan A. I wore turbans, I wore wigs, and stuff like that. And I would honestly say, like, if you are watching this video because you're considering chopping off your hair, like, I think you should go for it, but have a plan B. Like, in case you really don't like it, have a plan B. Like, buy a wig or a turban, or buy, like, what else could you wear? Or maybe if you don't cut your hair off too low, like, you still have, like, a little afro, a little puff, like, hair clips or hair extensions, or, like, I don't know, something. But always have a plan B, because big chop is not for everyone. And when I first started doing my research on YouTube, like, people were speaking so highly about big chops, and I was just like, it made me more confident. But then when I did it myself, it was just like, nah. And what I must say about the big chop, though, like, pros, hold on, I have a list because I wanted to come prepared for y'all. Hold on, my iPod is a little slow. It's on iOS 9. It's ridiculous. Benefits of the big chop for me personally, my hair texture is beyond beautiful. I would say I'm a 4B, 4C, like, obviously depending on the section of my hair and, like, what products I'm using in it that day. My hair is thick and healthy. Like, oh my god, like, perming my hair and straightening it and having so much heat damage, ridiculous. But yeah, my hair is really thick. It's really healthy. I love the results of it, I guess you could say. Like, having wigs and having protective styles and stuff like that, it's helped the growth. Like, oh my god, my hair has grown so much in the last 4 months. Like, my god, it's grown a lot. And I also realized more about my hair. Like, my curls, my curl pattern, or my curl type, or whatever you guys call it. What directions my curls go into. Like, I've learned so much about my hair that I wouldn't have if I didn't do the big chop, or if I didn't, like, embrace it, kind of. Like, it was very hard in the beginning to embrace it. That's why I'm, like, meh towards the big chop. But wearing, like, having box braids and having wigs and certain things, like, once you see the growth, like, after a few, like, 2 months, once you see it starting to grow, you're gonna be like, more like, I kind of like this big chop or whatever. And then knowing that it's gonna grow more in the next year or so, it gives you more hope, type of thing. But my cons of the big chop, I did not like the short hairstyle on me at all. It made me very self-conscious about myself. I still had more, like, even after I cut it so low, I still had more perm and hair dye. Like, you could see the, like, burgundy at the tips of my hair. But I didn't want to cut it off because at that point I would be, like, a half a centimeter away from being bald. Like, I just did not want to cut it off at all. I was so scared. Like, I think I'm gonna do a trim after I take out these box braids, but obviously my type of trim, not a trim where you get a freaking haircut. But yeah. And oh, the biggest con I had was thinking, like, you know, after wearing a protective style for about a month, my hair would be long enough to, like, get a sew-in or at least get box braids of some sort. Nope, that wasn't the case. So waiting longer to at least get box braids and to do certain things was very, very, very frustrating because I didn't want to wear turbans all the time. Like, I like myself with turbans, but I did not want to wear turbans all the time. I wanted to do certain things because when it comes to me, I only like a hairstyle for like dragging it a month. So not being able to do certain things because of it, because of my short hairstyle, because of the big chop, it was very, 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 very painstaking, I must say. And I really, 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 really missed my hair. Like, being able to do, like, slick back buns and doing, like, you know, doing certain things. It was very, very, very frustrating, I must say. Now that my hair is growing and it has a little bit of oomph, like, my frustrations are dwindling, but I would say the cons come during the first 2 to 3 months of doing the big chop. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Oh, I also realized what my hair loves. My hair loves tea tree oil, Cantu, wild growth oil, castor oil, water and conditioner, just a little spritz, just to keep it moisturized. Like, my hair soaks it up like crazy. Like, it loves it. And having a mixture, I put these products in my hair about once a week. No. Like 3 times a week. Just so my hair keeps moisturized. And especially in protective styles, I always make sure I massage my scalp. I think that's what also helped me. 1, the protective styles, like in terms of growth. 1, the protective styles. And 2, like massaging my scalp with the products that I'm using. Because once you massage it, like, you have to treat your hair like, I don't know. Like, it's a living thing. It's a person. You have to treat it with care, love. Because once you don't, it's over. Like, your hair's not going to grow the way you want it to and how fast you want it to or whatever. But, and my hair also loves not being washed for an extensive period of time. And what I mean by that is, like, I wash my hair about once a month. And my hair grows like that. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the product still working, like, in my scalp, I guess. I don't know. But I can't wash my hair too often. Because I think when I wash my hair too often, it strips my hair of the oils or whatever. And my hair just feels naked. I don't know if that makes sense to you guys, but yeah. So to wrap this video up, that was my experience with the big chop, the pros and cons of it, what my hair loves, like what I realized along the hair journey. Obviously, I will update you guys on it, but in a couple of months, obviously, because I can't update you every week about it, like, oh, my hair grew 1/9 of a centimeter. Like, come on, bro. Like, no, it's not gonna work. With that being said, the WALI show is over. See you next Sunday. Bye, guys.